everyone, we'll start with this thing called unit circle. Okay, if you want to note down some things, definitely you can. Now see, when I talk about normal trigonometry, when I talk about angles till 90 degree, that time what we can do, we can always make a triangle, right? And we can find the side length of the triangle, and with respect to that we will decide the trigonometric ratios. For example, if I want to find sine 40 degree, simple है, I'll just draw one of the triangles, ठीक है, and I'll make sure that one angle is 40 degree. This is 40 degree. Okay, with a scale I'll measure this side, with a scale I'll measure this side. Let's say this is 3, this is 7. So sine 40 is what? Sine 40 is opposite upon hypotenuse, which is 3 by 7. Everybody knows this thing, correct? Right? Now what if I ask you sine of 140 degree? Let's try that way. So what we'll do, obviously one angle has to be a 90 degree angle, so of course one angle is 90 degree. The other angle theta would be 140 degree, so I'll make like this, but obviously we won't be able to form a triangle. So that means what? For sine 140, cos 140, tan, and all of those trigonometric ratios where the angle is more than 90 degree, we cannot use this triangle thing. Okay, so that's why we won't be able to find out the values of sine, cos, of any obtuse angle, in fact reflex angle, in fact all of these angles. But before going to this thing, I just want to tell you one thing, that why we are doing this unit circle and all. So by any chance, do you guys know what are the applications of trigonometry? Those who have done with me, don't tell me. Vidhi, Anya, Raj, anyone, tell me why we are learning this trigonometry. In fact, you can see this wave also. So, and maybe you have done it somewhat in school as well. So my question to you is, where do we use this trigonometry thing? मतलब triangle trigonometry, तो I told you that height of the mountain and all those things, but this is where this kind of a thing is there, like, right? Maybe you must have seen somewhere this thing. Did you? Anyone? Tell me. अरे try it. अच्छा चलो ठीक है. Before that, there are two types of motions. You know that. What are those? एक हो गया linear. One is linear and the other one is circular motion, right? So just telling you one thing, that whenever it is circular motion, that time we are going to use trigonometry. Okay. Now next question would be, where do we use this circular motion? Huh?
What do you mean? I'm finding any angle over 90 degrees then?
No. Angle I will leave angle for now. I'm just talking about circular motion. What are the applications of circular motion? Where do we use circular motion? हाँ हाँ, वो तो ठीक है, चलेगा. That is one of the ways, one of the things. But major application, हाँ
like electrons or centrifugal force.
हाँ, but वो थोड़ा, that is towards physics. Okay, fine. That is again, obviously, if you know centrifugal and centripetal force, whatever those are there. I remember one thing, that do you have the formula for that? It is n cos theta n sin theta, the resolve of vector. Do you remember? ऐसा कुछ था. This is the force at this point. What is, so this is the tangential force. So we'll resolve this vector into this and this. So n cos theta n sin theta. By any chance, do you know this thing? I don't know whether you have done it or not. No, no. So there also we use trigonometry, but again, major application. So I don't know whether you guys will know it or not, but electricity, waves, sound waves, all of these electromagnetic waves, everything is based on circular motion. Let me give you an example. How do we produce electricity? Raj, electricity, how it is generated?
Sir, electricity.
Electricity.
There are different ways.
One way, tell me.
Energy force है.
हाँ एनर्जी, हाँ वही, कौन सा तो?
न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी.
हाँ तो ठीक है, न्यूक्लियर एनर्जी. हाँ, मतलब न्यूक्लियर पावर प्लांट यू मीन टू से. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, हाँ ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम. वो बैकग्राउंड ब्लर हटा दो. Tell me. Arey, anyone?
Hydroelectric power plant.
Huh?
Hydroelectric power plant.
Hydroelectric power
Geothermal
plants,
power plant.
geothermal
Solar
power
energy
plant,
power
all
plant.
हो गया ठीक है ठीक है. पूरा पूरा आंसर नहीं देना, ठीक है. सो फॉर एग्जांपल
Tidal.
हाइड्रोइलेक्ट्रिक पावर प्लांट्स और विंड मिल. सो windmill, it's easily understandable, that's why. So क्या होता है, that windmill is this क्या circular motion. That circular motion gets converted into electricity, which we get it at home, and that from transformer we get it from here and there. Correct? So circular motion there also. Correct? Now why I'm saying all of these things, because the movement of that windmill, that circular motion getting converted into whatever motion we want, so in that process basically we use trigonometry. One wave like this, so you will understand it better with respect to this circle trigonometry. Now coming back to this unit circle, so these are the main reasons why we are doing this trigonometry thing. Okay, so now see, coming back to this thing, if I want to find sine 140, sine 240, sine 300, 300 or something like that, whenever the angles are huge, so that time what we will do, we will use this circle trigonometry first, and then that circle trigonometry gets converted into unit circle trigonometry, whatever. So let me consider a circle. Okay, pay attention carefully everyone. So let me consider this circle. Okay, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and let me consider this point P. Okay, and the coordinate of P is x comma y. Now this circle will have a radius r, and this angle would be theta. Okay, understood everything now? X-axis, y-axis, circle with radius r, theta is the angle, P coordinate is x comma y. Now what I'll do, one second, I'll just form this triangle. Okay, pay attention carefully. Now let's say this is A and this is O. Now I'll ask Anya. Anya, what do you think this distance is gonna be? Basically AP I'm asking. AP is gonna be how much? What do you think?
It will be like tan we find out.
Tan 1 कुछ नहीं, direct value है. Value मतलब like just something. See? Anyone?
So why?
Y coordinate.
So shouldn't it be wait, we have to get P and A, right? Distance of P and A. Can it be Pythagoras theorem?
अरे नहीं, simply it is Y.
So shouldn't it be tan?
अरे कहाँ tan 1 जा रहा है? अभी trigonometry we didn't even it's just Y.
This is what I thought means. So
It's just Y. अरे
oh, no.
think about it. Let's say this coordinate P is 3, 4. So this
Yeah,
distance.
graph is there.
हाँ, so graph ही तो है. So this is 3. This is gonna be 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. This is gonna be 4. So obviously this is my x coordinate and this is my y coordinate. Correct? Got it, everyone? Do you agree now? So AP is y and OA is x. Now, for this particular case, if I ask you cos theta, do you agree it's gonna be adjacent upon hypotenuse, which is nothing but x by r, and sine theta would be opposite upon hypotenuse, which is y by r. Try to understand. Did you get it? Adjacent upon hypotenuse, opposite upon hypotenuse. Got it? Basics clear? Everybody got it? If you have any doubt, let me know. Got it, everyone? X by r, y by r, these are nothing but my cos theta and sin theta. Okay? Now, the thing is, understand now. This is a circle with radius r. Okay? Let me consider a huge circle with radius capital R. These coordinates would be capital X, capital Y. Okay? And then if I talk about cos theta and sin theta, it's going to be capital Y by R, capital X by R. Correct? At the end of the day, the cos theta will remain same, the sin theta will remain same. Capital X, capital R, capital Y would be different. The size would be different, but the ratios will be equal. Correct? Do you agree, everyone? So in short, I can take any radius I want, right? I can take even a smaller circle. I can even take a huge circle, 100-kilometer circle, 1000-kilometer circle, like that. So I can take any circle. Since I can take any circle, I will take r is equals to 1. I'll take a unit circle. Now that's why we get into this thing, which is unit circle. Now if I do that, if the radius is 1 centimeter, 1 meter, 1 kilometer, whatever you want to take, then here cos theta would be just x and sin theta would be just y. Did you get it now, everyone? Huh? Correct? Adjacent upon hypotenuse, x by 1. Opposite upon hypotenuse, y by 1. Done. In short, what we got cos theta as x and sin theta as y.
Sir, I have one question. We are given, like, for the triangle you made, the coordinates. How do we get the coordinates? Because we have the lengths, right? Like QP, OP, PA, and OA. So how do we get the coordinates?
That to I have considered na x and y. It's a
Oh,
normal
oh.
coordinate. It could be 3, 4, कुछ भी हो सकता है. I don't know. So just x, y, just normal. क्या बोलना चाहिए? Variables I have taken. Okay, so that x and y are just variables. Okay, if it would have been here, I would have taken those variables. It doesn't matter. Got it? The important part is that OA is x and PA is y. Correct? Now, for this, these things are valid. Now, this is a very important thing, everyone. Now, let me consider.
So I want to know. So can we also get the lengths through the coordinates?
Can we also get what?
The lengths through the coordinates.
We will get it. That xy value, we know it. Just understand that. We know it because now we know r is equals to 1. Practically, you can consider a circle of 1 centimeter. So obviously we know the coordinates. We are interested in finding cos theta, sin theta, tan theta. Theta also we know x, we know y. We know all three things. We know radius as well. We are interested in cos theta and sin theta. Okay? Trigonometric ratios we are finding. Now, let me consider another triangle. Now pay attention, everyone. Let me consider another triangle which would be somewhat like this. Where this point I'll take it as P dash. Correct? Let me consider this P dash. Now, the thing is, I made a triangle in such a way, and this is nothing but A dash. Okay? I made sure that the angle is theta. Okay? Both the angle theta is same. Obviously, radius is also 1. So, do you agree that the triangles are congruent? Right? Do you agree? Right angle hypotenuse side test. Right? ASA test. Whichever test you want to take, you can consider. So, obviously, the triangles are congruent. Correct? Now, once I know that the triangles are congruent, so I'll ask Arjun, are you there?
Yeah. So can you please repeat?
I'm asking you, do you agree that the triangles are congruent?
You,
Do you agree that the triangles are congruent?
yes, sir.
ठीक है?
So, but we don't know x and y.
अरे, it's a common condition I'm taking.
Oh,
Obviously we know unit circle, we can find out the coordinates easily, graph pe, right? So we know all of those things. We are interested in sin theta, cos theta. Okay, now the thing is, coming back to this triangle, O A dash P dash is another triangle. Okay, P dash will have some coordinates, and these triangles like O A dash P dash and O A P both are congruent for sure. Okay, so the next part is, Anna, you tell me, what do you think the coordinates of P dash would be, provided OAP and OA dash P dash are congruent?
they'll be the same but in minus.
No, tell me properly. Correct, but tell me, what are the coordinates?
X and
minus x and
minus y
minus y नहीं positive y
plus y.
plus y.
वो है ना correct? Do you agree
Yeah,
everyone?
like each then it will be minus y.
Got it everyone? Now it's a blue theta I would say ठीक है for blue theta do you agree that cos theta is nothing but pay attention this is the most important part cos theta would be adjacent which is going to be minus x by 1 because radius is 1 and sine theta blue theta blue sine theta is going to be what it's going to be opposite so that's why y by 1 correct do you agree everyone right now since cos theta is minus x sine theta is y now see this blue theta is that blue theta angle right but now do you agree with respect to this now pay attention with respect to this x-axis do you agree that this angle is actually 180 minus theta
Yes, sir, because it's a straight line.
theta OAP theta OA dash P dash theta both are congruent no problem but with respect to x-axis if I talk about then this angle let's say theta is let's say this theta ठीक है let's say this theta is 40 degree ठीक है I'm making a triangle congruent and this angle is also 40 degree from this side but do you agree this angle would be what it's going to be 180 minus 40 which is 140 correct so similarly here in general if see blue theta different but if I talk about with respect to x-axis that same angle do you agree it's going to be 180 minus white theta correct right so that's why here this cos theta this cos blue theta is actually cos of 180 minus theta which is actually minus x and this is sine of 180 minus theta which is actually y and we know that x is nothing but what x is nothing but cos theta and y is nothing but sine theta so what we are trying to prove we are trying to prove that cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta and sine of 180 minus theta is just sine theta that's the proof try to understand on your own see what I've done
So you can even define this by ASTC, right?
अरे वो तो क्या मूवी का क्लाइमैक्स पहले ही बता देते क्या वो तो अपन रियलाइज करेंगे ना उसके बाद इसीलिए ज़्यादा का ज्ञान नहीं लेने का so you get this thing as cos of 180 minus theta is minus cos theta and sine of 180 minus theta is nothing but sine theta so this is the reason why we get this thing in short what I mean to say that by chance if I want to find sine 140 degree now see I know acute angles for sure so sine 140 is nothing but sine of 180 minus 40 I'll consider which is actually sine 40 that's it positive sine 40 why because see sine 180 minus theta is nothing but sine theta so sine 180 minus 40 is nothing but sine 40 so in short we can convert all the obtuse angle in terms of acute angle
So cos is negative because it's got to do with x, sine is positive because it's got to do with y.
yes
And y is
yes
positive
yes
x.
yes definitely
Sir,
hmm?
I have a doubt. So like how is like cos 180 minus theta whatever like equal to x or y respectively? Like aren't those the sides and isn't that the angle?
No, these are equal because the triangles are congruent because this theta is equal that's why when I was doing this blue theta cos theta it was minus x and it was not just x correct then
So
I converted that blue theta into white theta
so the question is how is the theta related to the side like cos 180 minus theta equals to cos no sine theta is by cos. So like you said that sine 180 minus theta is sine theta like is technically y only so that's why I'm asking like how is the angle related to y.
because that's the trigonometric ratio na sine theta is what opposite upon hypotenuse that's a ratio for this it was this opposite upon this hypotenuse, correct? Similarly, for this theta it was this opposite and this hypotenuse. But the thing is, that opposite and this opposite both were same. And hypotenuse to any which ways it is same because it's a radius. So that's why the ratio is equal. Correct? But in terms of cos theta, what happened? Here the x became negative. So that's why it was minus x instead of just x. Correct? Huh? Did you get it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thoda hai wo confusing. Maybe you will get it after some time. Now see, one second. One more I'll take, then maybe it will be clear. Now let me consider another triangle which would be somewhat like this. Now you will get it. See, this is another triangle where this time now the coordinate is p double dash. ठीक है? Angle theta theta, red theta this time. Okay, obviously right angle triangle, triangles are congruent. Basically first triangle is congruent to second triangle is congruent to third triangle for sure. Okay, now the coordinates of p double dash would be what? X is negative, y is also negative. Do you agree, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now this time I am talking about cos of red theta. Here I am talking about sine of red theta. Cos theta would be minus x and sine theta would be minus y. Do you agree? Because it is going down left side, that's why. Left side down, whatever. Correct? Array, do you agree, everyone?
Yes, sir.
But with respect to right angle, this is cos of, one second, this is cos of how much it's gonna be? 180 plus theta, because it's like this, it's going like this, 180 then plus theta, right? And similarly this is going to be sine of 180 plus theta, which is nothing but minus x, which is nothing but minus y. So I can replace that. It's going to be what? It's going to be minus cos theta, and this is going to be minus sine theta. Correct? Now final one, if I talk about this green triangle now, this time again it's going to be p triple dash. This time the coordinates would be what? It's going to be positive x but negative y. So here same thing, this time it's going to be cos green theta.
So how is it 180 plus theta?
Because we are going this way, no? 180 plus theta with respect to white one, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Right? One second. So this was your cos theta, which is again, now cos theta is going to be what? Now this time x is positive, so that's why it's going to be just x, and sine theta is going to be minus y. So with respect to white, it's going to be what? It's going to be cos of something is equal to just cos theta, and sine of something is equals to minus sine theta. But the thing is, here, one second, with you only try, what do you think it's going to be? Like, just like here it was, with respect to white theta, how much it's going to be? It's not, it's not.
360 minus theta.
Areva, very good. 360 minus theta. Everyone, did you get it? 360 minus theta. Why? Because this time we are talking about theta, so we will go 360 minus theta like this.
So we have 180 minus theta, then
180 plus theta.
180 plus theta and 360 minus theta.
Come to that thing also. Now, for example, everyone, one second.
Wait, so can you draw?
One second. Now see, here, so what we, now for example, why we are doing all of these things. So for example, if I ask you, let's say sine of 240 degree. Okay? Now what we can do, obviously it will be better. It's going to be sine of, if you want to write it in terms of acute angle, we can do it. It's going to be sine of 180 plus 60. Now definitely when I say sine of 180 plus 60, 180 plus theta, it's going to be sine 60 for sure. But positive negative, since 240 degree is in third quadrant, so here it's going to be negative sign. So that's why it's going to be minus sine 60. Correct? So it's going to be minus sine 60. So this is the reason we can find out any like through this unit circle we can find out any trigonometric angle we want. Okay.
Except tan.
Now here, uh, if you observe here, obviously see x and y are positive, both are positive. That means what? Sine and cos are positive. And remember one thing I told you at the start itself, that sine and cos are the main trigonometric ratio. Baki tan theta, sec theta, cosec theta, cot theta are all based on sine theta and cos theta only. So when I say that x and y both are positive, that means what? Sine and cos both are positive. That means all trigonometric ratios are positive here. One second, I'll change the color. Here all are positive. Correct? Here if I talk about what is positive, only we are going to talk, we are going to concentrate on positive values. So here as you can see, since sine is positive, that means what? We'll write s, that this sine is positive. Here cos and sine both are negative, that means what? This t is नहीं, हाँ बोल दिया, पहले ही बोल दिया तो क्या बोलूँ मैं. Here obviously all sine, cos, tan are positive. Here only sine is positive, here tan is positive, and here as you can see cos, since cos is positive, that's why this c is positive. So as you can see A S T C फर्स्ट क्वाड्रेंट सेकेंड, सी ऐसा भी होता है. ए एस टी सी तो लर्न कर लेते हो लोग, देन क्वाड्रेंट ही भूल जाते हैं, ऐसे लिखते क्वाड्रेंट फर्स्ट सेकेंड थर्ड फोर्थ, तो वो मत करना प्लीज़. तो फर्स्ट सेकेंड थर्ड क्वाड्रेंट ऐसा होता है ऑफ कोर्स. सो देन ए एस टी सी यूल हैव टू फॉलो. सो अब उसके बहुत सारे तरीके हैं. ऐड शुगर टू कॉफ़ी, और क्या है, और ऑल स्मार्ट, नहीं क्या था एक और, ऑल स्टूडेंट्स टेक कैलकुलस, ऐसा कुछ तो भी था. ऑल सिल्वर टी कप्स ऐसा भी है.
Yes, sir. All silver.
ना, बाकी तुमको जो बनाना है बनाते बैठो.
Our teacher told us all silver teacups.
हाँ जो वही पता है सबको, तुम खुद के बनाते बैठो, जो करना है करो. तो ए एस टी सी एट दी एंड यू शुड रिमेंबर. ठीक है. वैसे भी तुम लोग शॉर्टकट ही ज़्यादा यूज़ करते हो हर चीज़ में, है ना. सो तुमको तो वैसे ही लर्न हो जाना चाहिए एस टी सी. So anyways, this is ASTC. Now coming to this thing, that obviously if I want to convert that into this acute angle thing, so what we can do, we can always write the angles, the maybe obtuse angle, reflex angle, whatever, all these kind of angles. So we'll follow this thing. Let's see, this angle is theta. This theta value will repeat when it is 180 minus theta for all trigonometric ratios. It will again repeat for 180 plus theta, and it will again repeat for 360 minus theta. What I mean to say, so see, for example, if I talk about, let me take an example, practical example only I'll take. If I talk about sine 45, see, this is very important. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2 actually. Then sine 180 minus 45 is sine 135. It is also 1 by root 2, okay. Then sine of, one second, I'll write here now. Sine.
Sir, now can you give the whole table? Our teacher had given us some table which had sine, cos, and tan values.
हाँ बता दो वो भी करेंगे. So sine 225 is going to be what? Again it's going to be 1 by root 2, and sine 315 is also 1 by root 2. So see, this 1 by root 2 is occurring twice. 1 by root 2 is occurring 4 times, but 2 times it is positive and 2 times here it's going to be negative. So 2 times it is positive and 2 times it is negative. Correct? Same goes with all the trigonometric ratios. Okay? So in short, if you know the acute angle of all the trigonometric ratios, then it is easier for you to find out all the other angles as well. Now you will say, sir, what about if the angle is sine 400 degree? Then what? So the thing is, since it's a circular motion, it keeps on repeating. Cycle. It keeps on repeating. So the thing is, this 400 degrees can be written as sine of 360 plus 40. And whenever this 360, 720, 1080, all these things are repeating, we can just remove it normally, and it's going to be what? It's going to be sine 40. That's your answer.
So now can you draw like the arches? It starts from the x-axis or from the end of the first triangle?
What? Which?
The arches. you draw my Mona Lisa, and I'm not sure I got it right. Like, can you go up to the unit circle and then just draw? So 180 minus theta will start from the end of that slope,
End
right?
of this, end of this to this, obviously 180 and then theta.
No, like in the circle, when you draw like the curved line, yeah. No, but it would be in the circle, right? So it would start at the
Doesn't matter
end of
na.
the slope or at the axis.
Which angle you are talking about?
Oh, I got it. Okay.
Anyways, now see, in short, if we know the acute angle of any triangle, we can find out trigonometric ratio of acute angles, then we can use it for any other angles as well, for sure. Okay. Now, one more important thing. So overall, you can conclude one thing, that if I want to find, let's say, sine of 200 degree, sine cos of 200 degree, all trigonometric ratios basically of 200 degree, all I have to do is I just have to draw a unit circle, okay, of radius 1 centimeter, 1 meter, 1 kilometer. Then what I'll do, I'll just measure where is 200 degree coming. So it is here, correct? So this is your 200 degree, right? Whatever the coordinates are, let's say the coordinates is 0.3 comma 0.4. So my no, one second, this is going to be minus 0.3 and minus 0.4 to be precise. So this is nothing but my cos theta, cos 200, and this is nothing but my sine 200. Did you get it, everyone? If I want to find, let's say, 800 degree, again in that unit circle, what I'll do, I'll just find out where 800 degree is coming, 360, 720, and here we go. This is 800 degree. So this angle, whatever this value are, let's say this is 0.1 comma 0.5. So these are nothing but my cos 800. Remember, cos is coming first and then sine 800.
So I have a question. So I remember teachers like told us that suppose it's 270 or something like that. So we subtract it from I think 360 and then we get the starting angle like.
कुछ नहीं, वैसा कुछ नहीं करने का.
So for 800, like how will we find the like start like if we're supposed to find the cos ka value from the unit circle, how do we find it of 800?
800, that's what I'm saying now. Just find out where 800 is coming. 800 degree will come where? This is 360 degree. One more round, 720 degree. Then one more this 80 degree. That's gonna be your
So
800
how will you
degree.
find 80 degree ka sine cos from
अरे
the
वो
unit
तो
circle?
same thing ना, whatever the coordinates are. ये तो
Oh.
just I'm saying कि हाँ, we know the coordinate, that's why we got it. Correct?
Yes.
फिर से क्या मेरा? ये हॉस्टल वालों को बैन ही करना पड़ता लगता है नेक्स्ट टाइम से. Did you get it now, everyone? ठीक है? Now, that 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, that I'll tell you later. As of now, I cannot tell you all those things. But what I can tell you right now, that see, at the end of the day, if we know the acute angles, that 0 to 90 degree values of sine, cos and tan, these are standard angles basically. If you know this thing, you will be able to find out other values as well. So pay attention carefully, everyone. So now, this is a table for standard angles. These standard angles are 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 degree. These are theta values, okay? Then we have sine theta, then we have cos theta, and then we have tan theta, okay? So one way of doing it is that start with this 0, then keep on adding 1 by 4, 1 by 4. So this is going to be 1 by 4, this is going to be 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, which is 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2. Then again add 1 by 4, so it's going to be 3 by 4. And again add 1 by 4, which is going to be 1. Did you get it? First step. Then take the square root of all of those things. It's going to be 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. Those are nothing but my sine values. Write it in reverse order. You will get cos values 1, root 3 by 2, 1 by root 2, 1 by 2 and 0. And tan theta is sine theta upon cos theta. So 0 by 1, 0. 1 by 2 by root 3 by 2 is 1 by root 3. This is going to be 1, this is going to be root 3 and this is going to be infinity. Undefined, whatever. So these are your sine, cos and tan values. Now the thing is, these values are
So what did you say for tan?
last wala infinity or
No,
antifinity.
the whole thing, how do we get it? Like
Sine upon
cos.
cos, sine upon cos, 0.10, 1 by 2 by root 3 by 2, this way. The thing is, once you get the graph now, once you understand the graph, these values are going to be very easy for you. You just have to understand the values. 1 by 2 hai, root 3 by 2 hai, 1 by root 2 hai, and 0 and 1 hai, that's it. Okay? Now if you have this table, now if I ask you, now everyone, I'm going to ask each and everyone one question. I hope you will get it right. So try it. Vidhi, if I ask you sine of, provided you have all these values, okay, no, you are not going to use calculator for this thing. So let's say if I ask you sine 210 degree, how will you write first?
Okay, draw circle.
अरे वो नहीं बोल रहा मैं अरे 180 प्लस ठीक है, let me do one of the questions.
It'll be in third quadrant. I mean, yeah, third quadrant. So it'll be 180 plus theta.
180 plus
So
30 here, correct?
30. So yeah.
अरे तो value. So this 180, अच्छा ठीक है, let me do it. Sine 210 everyone, it's gone. See, it is in third quadrant, so sine of third quadrant छोड़ो. First of all 210 degree, so we'll write that thing as 180 plus theta. We write it like this. कहाँ गया? Where is it? This 180 plus theta, right? So we write this thing as 180 plus 30. Now the moment I write this thing as 180 plus theta, 180 plus theta, कहाँ गया? This 180 plus theta.
1/2.
It's gonna be हाँ आ गया आंसर जो भी है. So it's gonna be what? It's gonna be minus. Sorry, first of all it's gonna be sine 30, but since it is in third quadrant, so you can use that ASTC thing. Now in third quadrant tan is negative, so tan is positive, so sine definitely is gonna be negative, and the answer is gonna be negative sine 30. We know which is where this thing 1/2. So that's my answer. Correct? Everyone, did you get it? Right? Are rest of the people Anya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What if I ask you cos 150 degree? Tell me, how will you write first?
Cos 30.
क्या cos? What cos?
180 minus 150.
150 का वैल्यू कैसे 180 minus 150 रहेगा? 180 minus 30.
Root 3 by 2. So, root 3 by 2.
कौन है?
So, I mean, easy method to learn the.
नहीं वो कुछ काम में नहीं आने वाली. नहीं वो क्या ये वाली ना?
Very easy.
ये सब ना?
No, sir.
वो कुछ नहीं करने का बिल्कुल नहीं. मैं अगेंस्ट हूँ ये सब चीज़ें. हाँ?
So but like backup plan in case we forget.
अरे right ना, but the thing is we are gonna use we're gonna practice so much that you shouldn't even forget. And क्या है 2-3 values you just have to remember, that's it. It's easy. मैं बाद में learn करवाऊँगा. Don't worry.
Third question. Sir, tan 225. So 225 do we subtract it or do we do 270 से कि 360 से?
दोनों से नहीं. 180 plus नहीं यार. अरे third quadrant is always gonna be.
Yeah, I thought so. So we do it 225 minus 180 to get the
180 plus 45. 225 value we are writing like that. So it's going to be
I
follow the
know
process.
to get हाँ ठीक है.
थोड़ा अच्छे से. So it's going to be what? It's going to be tan 45 for sure. Positive negative depends on the quadrant. As you can see, tan is positive in this quadrant, so it's going to be plus tan 45, which is plus 1 in Kagane. Vidhi, Anna, did you guys get it?